Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming on to our Gold Series call. I'm Esmeralda Saldana, your Executive Regional Vice President and Independent Consultant. And look who we have there on the corner. It's our National Vice President, Jill Bush, who's with us today. You guys, I just got off the phone with a young lady. Her name is Ingrid Marie Rivera. She's Miss Universe Puerto Rico, and she's in Puerto Rico right now. And we had a very honest conversation, and it really brought me to tears about what's going on. And worst part is, she's not really being affected by a lot of this because she's in San Juan, and she told me right away that a lot of help is coming to the major cities, but that everywhere else it's absolutely devastating. And I'm telling you guys this not to make you sad, but to let you know that this is really happening. And we really have to get behind this, whether you're Puerto Rican or not, whether you're Latino or not, it doesn't matter. This is a humanitarian effort. And unfortunately, all of our aid is not getting there the way it should be. And she was telling me on the phone, again, this is Ingrid, Miss Universe, Puerto Rico, who's in San Juan. She was telling me that people are dead. People are dead in their homes, and people can't get to them. They're running out of water. They're running out of diesel. And I don't know if you know this, but the island is a diesel-fired island, which means they rely on gases and diesel to work their electricity, to work their pumps, to work their fans, to generate their hospitals. They rely on that. Unlike us, we rely on coal-fired, which is different. We don't depend so much on diesel and gasoline. So it's really bad, and the help isn't getting there as quickly as it should be from the government. So I'm not Puerto Rican, you guys know that, but my heart's in Puerto Rico because half of my team is there. And Maria's on the phone, and we just really, really have to get behind this. And Jill's going to help me send this message to the top NVPs because we need to hear from more of our leaders to get behind this. And I know the corporate office team is really doing everything they can. Hi, Stian. I see that you're there. Stian's with us too, but we really need to get behind this because although a lot of organizations are raising money, which is great, it's going to take a while before that money does something for the island. People need stuff now. Whether it's Arbonne products or not, it doesn't matter. People need non-perishable food. They need water. They need batteries. They need generators. They need different things like that. So through our effort and through the partnership that we have with Link 8, we can get both non-perishables and we can get water because they are going to be donating a bunch of water filters and portable water filters and water straws and all kinds of things because they know firsthand what the need is to have clean water. And like Ingrid was telling me, there's water, you guys, but it's dirty water. The pumping stations aren't working, so the filtration systems aren't working. And drinking dirty water can really cause a lot of illnesses in a lot of people, especially children, right, and elderly. So it's a very dire situation. So I'm hoping that with your help as a team that we could really spread the word to help people and to let them see that they need to get behind this. This is a total movement. We're part of Arbonne, and not just for ourselves, but for a bigger vision. Peter Mork wanted us to do great things with this responsibility of having a voice. And well, we have that huge voice. So what can we do, right? So I need all of you guys to really share the efforts that we're doing and get people on board to help out, even if it's anything else. Even if they want to donate a lot of water or donate other non-perishable food, they can ship it to the Jacksonville address. And of course, there's another address that Beth Lomas has for other stuff if you want to send. But let's just stay really focused on what we're trying to do and send help to them as quickly as possible.
That's me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Since you have Stian on the phone, can you just tell him a little bit more about what Ingrid said a little bit more?
Oh yeah, I don't know what time he jumped on, but Ingrid is, she's Miss Universe from Puerto Rico. She lives in LA, but she went out there a couple days before the hurricane hit because her grandfather had passed and her grandmother is gravely ill. So she got stuck out there. And she's in San Juan. So she's telling me that a lot of support is coming into San Juan because it's the urban part. It's where everything is, just like Mexico City. That's where all the help is going because that's where the government is. But she said that throughout the island, specifically the middle of the island and the southeast is getting zero to no help. And it's very devastating. Not only do they not have, running out of water, they're standing in lines of 8 to 10 hours just to get, basic necessities if they have the money to do it, right? but also it's breeding ground for thugs and gangs, you guys. When things like this happen and people are in desperation, it's a breeding ground for the bad people to take advantage of the innocent people. So there's a lot of stuff going on down there, and she was just in tears. She couldn't finish talking, but at 5 o'clock today, I'm going to record her calling in and just kind of telling us everything that's going on, so that hopefully that video can be shared with other leaders in Arbonne and people that need to really know what's going on. I think, you know, what we see on TV, some of it is true and then some of it is not. So we have to be like really careful, because they say, oh, AIDS coming, but we have to understand that that necessarily does not mean the smaller towns, just like Mexico. The whole reason I did that effort is because nobody was going to Morelos or Puebla, and the Red Cross, by the way, still has not hit those areas. Okay, so it's usually the smaller, poor areas that don't get the help, but they're human too. You know, their income shouldn't separate whether or not they're worth to live or not, or, you know, or die. Everyone needs help. So I just wanted to make sure you guys get behind this and you really share this with everybody. Jill, did you want to share anything?
No, but I mean, I know that we have a huge team in Puerto Rico, you know, for you as I mean, not huge, but there's a lot of people that we really care about there, you know, like Maite, and then Maria, your whole family's in Puerto Rico. You're here. You're going on the 6th, knowing that you might not be able to come back. I just think that for some reason it's not taking off like it was for Houston, and we really need to keep spreading the word. And we really, I'm sorry, Maria, we really need to really, you know, have it, you know, just front and center for everyone. And we need, and I know Esme's been working on this, and I'm so glad she partnered with Links 8, because they do have a tax ID number. They are reputable. You know what? There's more of a security in sending these products with Links 8 than there was for Houston because of the tax ID number. We just need to get it out there, you guys. We need to do a big effort to send relief. It's not about sponsoring people. It's not about, you know, the Arbonne products, whatever you want to send, canned foods, rice and beans, whatever it is. We need to get it over there. But the problem is, it's again the clean water. Thank goodness that Links 8 has the clean water filters that they're sending as well, but they only have so many, and the clean water drinking straws. This island's going to be like this for a long time.
Can I just say something real quick? And I apologize, I have to jump off, but Esme, I want to just, first of all, my heart goes out to everyone in Puerto Rico, and I have to be honest with you, it feels very strange to sit here and feel kind of disconnected to the horror that's going on over there. It's like, I think it's just hitting, and it's hitting late for some reason. And I just want you to know that we're going to have an Arbonne Live here with NVPs pretty soon. I'm going to speak to this on Arbonne Live to encourage everyone to go on the Facebook and to get engaged and do something, because it's weird. It feels like it feels very strange. And I love you for being so passionate about this, and for taking care of the people on your team and the people in Puerto Rico that you know are suffering. Maria, I'm so sorry for your family. I hope everything's going to be okay. Everyone that has teams, family, and friends there, I just want you to know that we're with you, and we'll do whatever we can do. But we'll start. I think we're already doing some things, Jill. Right? Some things is happening, but we will make an announcement. We'll talk to this a little bit on Arbonne Live today, and we'll keep staying on it. And so I just want to thank you for all that you do, and just giving,
it's the power of one, on this. Right? The power of one is me.
Thank you, Stian. I appreciate you being on the call and for just voicing it out there. I think if we just we're gonna do what we can. I mean, and I was just talking to another consultant earlier today, who's actually going to Puerto Rico as soon as she can catch a flight, just going there to help out, and she's gonna, so it's a lot happening, but maybe not quite fast enough. So that's what we need to do whatever we can to speed it up and do what we can here quickly. So thank you, Stian.
It feels so weird, Stian, to be building, right now and like closing out and having people buy products and doing this when you know that there's a whole island that is basically decimated. And
it feels very strange, and it's like it's almost not real. So but I know it is real. So we know it is real, and that's what we have to remember. I have to do it, speaking for myself only. So thank you for doing this. Thank you, Jill, for our conversation earlier. Esme, for all that you do. Everyone that's on this call, you can do a lot, each and every one of you. And let's see what we can do now.
And Stan, can I just say you are your father's son? It is so evident. And you know what? Thank you for carrying on that legacy.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you all, everyone, so much. I'm going to have to jump off now, but
I'll see you in 50 minutes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you, Stan. Thank you, guys. I don't want to, take away from the learning too, but just know that a lot more information will come for you guys, and that we're definitely going to try to share this with all the leaders. So thank you guys for listening. Hold on. Let me tell my husband. Babe, I have to call you back. I'm training right now and everybody's waiting for me. So let me call you back. Oh, my husband. Okay. So, I wanted to talk about closing strong, but I think specifically about purpose. These recent events, unfortunately and fortunately, it's really brought me closer to a bigger reason why I'm doing Arbonne. I don't think I would have been able to attract so much traction with what we're doing if I wasn't a VP in Arbonne, to be very honest with you. Having all the friends that I do on Facebook, having all the relationships that I do through Arbonne community and the VPs. So I am so grateful, that I was put in this position because, God wanted me to do something with it, right? And we're doing it together. It's not just me, and it doesn't really matter who started it. The point is that we have to have greater purpose when we're doing our business, right? We never know when something's going to happen, you guys. We just don't know. Today, it's Mexico and Puerto Rico. Tomorrow, it could be us here in California with the big earthquake, right? Or it could be another part, not to scare you, but it's so important for us to start setting those roots now of being an organization where we're constantly serving others. And it's awesome to be part of something like that. And it feels really good to sleep at night and wake up in the morning knowing that we're part of something great. So I really want you to think of that as your closing. Like Jill said, I know it's kind of weird because we're trying to close our business, yet we're really trying to help people that need it. But we can do both if we're using purpose for it, right? If we're really connecting people and having a lot of purpose in what we're doing. And it's so fatal for us to stop and go in this business, especially with our mindset. We start off excited and ready to go in this business, and we do what we're supposed to do because our leaders tell us to. And then something goes wrong. We hit a wall. Someone says no. Someone cancels on us. Life happens, like something like this. And then we stop our business and we think we can't do this. But it's not true, you guys. When life happens, we need to kind of step forward even stronger, because this is why we do Arbonne. We do it for the plan B. We do it for the ability of time freedom. We do it to have that voice, right? That voice of power that can cause change and make things happen. We do it to help others. We do it to help ourselves. We do it for our children. We do it for our parents. We do it for our grandparents, whatever it is. We do it for our country, for maybe my parents' native country, like Mexico, or my sister, like Maria and her family in Puerto Rico. She's able to go to Puerto Rico because of her Arbonne check constantly, And I was telling her at the beginning of the call, I'm like, Maria, you realize you can get to Puerto Rico, but it's almost impossible to get back. And she knows, right? But she's not going to go and come back. She's going because her family is there. So she's got greater purpose. So I really want you to think about, why are you doing this business? And ultimately, what is that greater purpose that you want for doing this business? And then I want to talk to you about something that I heard Michelle Weir talk about, which I thought was awesome. Sometimes we're so busy trying to figure out who our next preferred client is, or who else we can recruit to be on our team, or who can we sell an ASVP to, what reorder can we get? And we are so busy recruiting clients and consultants, and we forget to relate to people, okay? So think about relating rather than recruiting. How can you relate to people? If you're a college student like Christina in Irvine, how do you relate to people, right? What is it about college students? They're all broke, right? Chances are they're all broke. And, they don't want to gain the freshman 15, and they're looking for ways to stay healthy and stay alert and focused at school. So what can Christina offer them that's relatable, right? To maybe an opportunity, a fistic, right? Because she's studying. Yay. Exactly. Or, Monica. Monica's an amazing person, was a realtor for many years. She has a lot of experience, but her purpose are animals. She loves animals, right? So how can she relate to someone that has the same purpose and love? How can she relate her journey and couple it with our bond to bring them the opportunity? So think about relating, you guys. Think about how can I relate and stop recruiting? Because when you start relating with people and connecting and showing them what we have and how it's a fit for them, then everything changes. It becomes easier. You don't become that greasy, gross salesperson, you know, that people say, oh, you're a good salesman. That is not a compliment. Don't let anyone say you're a good salesman, because that's not what we're doing, right? We don't want to sell. We really want to share and relate with people. And I'm going to give you guys 3 words to close strong: courage, action, and grit, right? Courage. Courage means that you step out of your comfort zone, even though it feels weird. It means following through when you say you're going to follow through, following up, picking up the phone to make calls, to ask for people to jump in on the Puerto Rico relief or the Mexico relief, asking them what, you know, the worst thing that's going to happen is what? They're going to say no, right? That's the worst case scenario. They're not going to send a bomb to your house, right? The worst case scenario is they're going to say no. So what is the courage? Do you have the courage to do just the little things that will move your business forward? Number 2, action. Action's important, right? My sponsor, Linda Davey, used to always tell me that there is one cure that can help any disease in Arbonne. So any disease, whether it's disappointment, frustration, lack of presentations, lack of new consultants, no sales, the only cure is action. When you get into activity in your business, you're going to have things start happening in your business, right? So get into activity. Host your own event at your home, a sip and sample, right? Some maybe masks and mimosas, a drop of pumpkin. You know, October's coming up. I don't want to talk about October too much, but get creative, have some fun. Remember that bringing people together, relating with them, and showing them a little bit about our products or our business is fun if you make it fun. You know, the mask and mimosas, I heard from Claire. I thought it was a great idea, creating a flyer with Day of the Dead like skulls and putting masks and mimosas. People come over and do facials, you know, but the mask is like the Day of the Dead, which is kind of funny. And then Drop a Pumpkin. Drop a Pumpkin is another fun product type of event where people can learn about the 30-day detox. So get creative, have fun, but get into action. If you're stuck in your business, it's only because you're not asking enough people. That's it. When you feel stuck, it's because you put yourself there. You're stuck because you want to be stuck. But mainly it's because you're not talking to enough people. You're not sharing with enough people. You're not relating with enough people. You're not opening your mouth and letting people know what you're doing with Arbonne. So that's the biggest thing, is if you don't want to be stuck, you need to talk to more people. But action will always be the solution. And the last one is grit. And grit is a lot, you know, what I talked about at the beginning is having that passion, what motivates you. We all can have grit, whether we're super educated, barely finished high school, man, woman, married, single, college student, you know, retiree, it doesn't matter. Grit comes from within us. We have to be motivated. So ask yourself, what motivates you? Because listen, you know, I get calls from leaders all the time saying, hey, can you call so-and-so to motivate her? I can't motivate someone. They got to motivate themselves. I can talk words of belief and let them know that I know they can do it and that I'm excited for them. But ultimately, it's going to come from them, right? What's inside? What is their motivation to want to do this? What is their purpose? And think about what gets you motivated. Is it a song? Is it a passage from a book? Is it listening to Les Brown on SoundCloud, or Tony Robbins, or Eric Worre, or one of our many amazing MVPs? Is it reading a book? Is it having deadlines? Is it having a to-do list? Some people get motivated with to-do lists. I don't. I get overwhelmed with to-do lists. Is it having accountability? Someone, you know, on you telling you this is what you got to do. You got to do it by this date. So think about what your motivation is, because it has to come from within you, right? And that's so important. And we all have it. We all have the ability to have intense grit. Some of us are just not using it to the fullest potential, or we're not seeking it. So you got to actively seek it. Motivation is like taking a shower, you know? You got to take a shower every day or every other day. So you got to get motivated constantly. Motivation doesn't last forever. It's a constant thing that we have to do daily to stay inspired. And you guys have all heard of the phrase, fake it till you make it. But it's more like do the do until it's true, right? Do the do until it's true. Keep working your business, keep relating to people, keep sharing with purpose, be excited about what you do, have fun while you're doing it. And before you know it, it's going to be true. The income is going to be true. The time freedom is going to be true. You'll be in a paid for Mercedes-Benz by Arbonne. You'll be surrounded by incredible, motivated people that inspire you every day. You'll be building a huge legacy for you and your family. You'll be doing things that you've only dreamt of. It can happen very quickly, or it can happen very slowly. It will all depend on you and your action. So remember to really remember to do the action and do the activity. So really quickly, talking about some activity that you can do. Product drop-offs. It's not too late. We have about, so how many days do we have? A couple days, a few days. I don't even know what day of the week it is right now. It's Thursday. You have time to do some product drop-offs. Give people samples with the intent to follow through, right? Invite them on a one-on-one for some coffee. Maybe you want to share the relief effort we're doing. Maybe you have some friends that are Puerto Rican or that have, a personal connection to either Mexico or Puerto Rico, and you want to share with them what Arbonne's doing. Invite them to a Discover Arbonne, or have your own Discover Arbonne at home. But also, it's fun to have product-centric events. So you don't always want to do just a bunch of Discover Arbonnes at your home, but what if you had maybe 1 or 2 Discover Arbonnes a month and 1 or 2 product-centric events? Maybe an event where it's only about the essential oils or a detox line, or an event that's just about dropping a pumpkin and it's the detox line. Or the mask and mimosas, where you invite people over for facials. Have some fun product-centric events where you can invite people. Send info about the business. I know Monica earlier, let me show you. Monica earlier posted a picture of what she includes in her prospect pack or her curiosity pack. And you guys, have fun doing those. I like using these little bags, personally, because then you can just slip them into like a FedEx type of thing and they don't get ruined. But include a catalog, include a brochure about the opportunity. And then one key thing that I learned from an MVP is if they want nutrition samples, don't just send nutrition. Send maybe a little bit of makeup, a little bit of skincare and nutrition, because at the end of the day, what if, let's just say what if, doesn't really happen, but sometimes it does, they don't like the shake. Now what? Right? Let them know the scope of products that we have. It's okay to send a little bit of all our categories, especially if it's someone that you've been talking to and they said yes to a sample packet and you ship it in the mail. Send them a variety of samples that they can test drive so they can find their favorites and fall in love with our products, right? So that's one thing. Make sure you include is Arbonne for you? Or maybe an EOA. It could be myself. It could be any MVP or VP that you like, whoever you relate to, or whoever they relate to more being, right? You want someone like, if you're sending a packet to a CPA, you don't want to send her mine as a hairdresser. You want to send her someone else's who's a CPA, right? Or doctor with doctor, or nurse with nurse. You guys get the picture. So there's a bunch of EOAs that are on the source that you can print out and include in your packet. So remember, be relatable. Think in your head every time you're making a connection with someone, how can you relate to them? What will get them to pay attention? What will get them to see, wow, this could be for me? Don't be so disconnected with them that they don't see the opportunity, they don't understand why the products are so great. You've got to relate with people, and there's so many ways we can do that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and also to remind you, and for some reason, I can't get onto my page, but remind you that if you go into your Arbonne Facebook page, there's a place under my team where you can actually see if rewards are about to expire. So make sure you go to the My Team page. Oh, wait, I think I got it. Let's see if I got it. I want to show you guys really quick because I think it's really important that you guys know how to access this information. Yes, I think so. Okay, let me show you guys. Let me share my screen. I'm going to quickly show you how to look at the rewards for all your clients. So you see this drop-down menu right here where it says group volume? I'm under my team, by the way. I clicked on my team, and then I clicked on team reports. You guys see this? Yes? Okay. And then from there, you're going to click on, I'm sorry, not there. You're going to click on group volume, and you're going to go all the way down to preferred client renewals and rewards. Super simple. Okay. If you're an area manager, please help your team. Don't rely that they're going to totally go into this. Really, you know, let them know, hey, your DM or your PC or whatever has rewards that are about to expire. Sorry, not your DM, your PC. So then you're going to do a search. Click on search because nothing will come up unless you click on search. And then all the names of everyone in your downline will pop up. But what's cool is that you can categorize it so that you're only looking at what's important. For instance, I'm going to categorize it by $30. I want to see all the $30 people. Okay, and it tells me when it's going to expire. I have one person that this week, their $30 is going to expire. And they may not be in my team, but check this out. You can actually switch it. Oh, sorry, wrong way. You could switch it. Oh, see if I could do this. By sponsor. So let's see. I'm going to go to Abby just because she's first. And there, this is Abby's girl. Look, it's Abby's girl. Abby, I know you're not watching this, but Mayra Castro has a $30 reward that's going to expire at the end of this month. So I need to let Abby know, but I'm sure right now that's like the last thing on their mind, right? But just know that this is a really great way for you to filter who is a preferred client and who has rewards. So remember, you have to go to the end of this screen, go to sponsor and filter by sponsor, right? Or you can even go by district manager. And then you'll see, if you filter by sponsor, it's everyone direct to that person. If you do it by district manager, it's everyone in that district. If you're an area manager, I encourage you to do it by area manager. That way you can see everyone in your downline and you can send a text to those people if you don't think your team member is active. But remember, you guys, this is money on the table. This is your money on the table. And the only way to activate a preferred reward is by having at least a $150 purchase. Okay? If they have a $150 purchase, then it'll be activated. They'll get those $30 off on top of their 20% off. Okay, so please make sure that we're calling all these people and letting them know. 9 out of 10, when you tell them they have a reward, they're going to buy something because they want to use up that reward. Okay, so make sure we're doing that. Great, so I wanted to share that. And awesome, I think it was a great call. Apologies for being emotional, but you know, this is really tough. I mean, I can only imagine how it is for Maite and Maria and all the people who have a lot of family there, but still, it hits home for a lot of us. Does anyone on the call have any comments or suggestions or anything they want to share before we end this training? Nobody? No? Okay. Jill, go ahead, Jill.
I'm still in my pajamas, sorry. I just want to say how much I love you guys, and I know that you can do more. Just, you know, the next time something like this happens, let's not be in the position where we can't personally step up and help, you know? And like what you said, Esme, is so true. Like, maybe you're building for a paycheck, but what if you were making $50,000 a month right now as an NVP? Like, how could you make an impact in Puerto Rico or for your families in Mexico or wherever the next catastrophe is going to strike? Because it is going to strike somewhere. And we need to be in a position of power. And the only way to have power is to be influential. And the only way to have that influence is to be able, in Arbonne at least, to be able to build to the regional or vice president level. And, you know, it's just when you are a VP, you just have so much more outreach and you can help so many more people. You know, like your network right now might be 100 or 200 people, but when you're a VP and in Arbonne, especially a national vice president, your network's going to go way outside of Arbonne and it's going to be so much bigger and you're going to have such a bigger outreach and everybody together. Like, I mean, my stomach is so sick. I don't even want to eat. I feel guilty living in my house. I feel guilty driving my car. You know, it's just these, like, I mean, and Maria, I can't even imagine, like, you know, I don't even know what you're going to find when you go there. You know, this is your country, you know, your home, even though we're part of the United States, I always think of Puerto Rico as a separate entity. And, you know, it kind of seems like it's being treated like one too. So you guys, it's time to rise up. Just rise up and work your business. You know, don't worry about who says no to you. You know, I feel sorry for them. Just rise up and work your business and have an amazing close, and just pray really hard that we can help Maite and Maria's family and Abby and people we haven't even heard from, right, Esme? We haven't heard from everyone. We don't even know.
Just Maite. I haven't heard from Abby or any of the other girls, but, you know, I know they're very busy too with what they're dealing with.
It's not just the next 6 months. I mean, they're saying it'll be, you know, years until that island is back to working order. So that's what I wanted to say to you guys. You know, it's like, rise up, whether it's Arbonne or something else, just rise up in what you're doing so that you can make a difference, so that you can be an impact, that you can be a legacy.
And, you know, I think it's really quick because I don't want to go too over, but what Stian said is very true. And I love that he was very honest. He said he feels very disconnected.
Yeah.
You know, and I think the majority of people feel disconnected because they're not watching the news 24 hours a day, because they're not talking to family members out there. They have no family out there. They're in California. This is I mean, most people feel disconnected because we have blinders on sometimes. So it's up to us to bring it to their attention, like, hey, this is going on and you can make a difference. And I know you don't have family there. I know, you know, you're not even Latino or whatever, but this is an entire country of people that's devastated, and things are getting worse and worse by the minute, you guys. It's not getting better every day. It's getting worse every day over there. So remember that people are disconnected, but people want to help. They just don't know. They don't know how to help. They don't know where to help. And we're there to just kind of reach out and say, listen, would you help me with this effort? This is what we're doing. And again, I will share the video of the conversation I have with Ingrid. We're going to record it at 5 o'clock, and then I'll make a YouTube out of it. I can't do a live because she's calling in, and I don't know if it'll be, you know, you'll be able to hear her on a live. So, and she's going to just be really honest about everything that's going on out there so that people know sometimes they got to hear the hard truth to kind of know what's really going on. So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for staying on the call and being with us, and have a wonderful close. I love you all very much, and there isn't any one of you I wouldn't do this for. Okay.
Thank you,
Maria.
Bye, Maria. I love you. Bye, Monica, Chonica.